Oh, right, YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder with the Angry Nerd. And if you haven't been living under a rock or been playing World of Warships and been down in Davy Jones' locker where I am most of the time, you probably already know that the British ground forces are coming to War Thunder. So I'm going to show you some of the photos that Gaijin have released for 3 of their vehicles. But then we are going to show you some other vehicles that may help round out the British tech tree. Now this is the heavy infantry tank Churchill MK3, and man, they've done a really good job on it. What does British Ground Forces introduction mean for you and for me? Well, for you it means more tanks to play. It also means that for me. But what it means more for me is I have more tanks to review. This is the medium cruiser tank A34 Comet. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot more tanks to review. And when it does get released, I'm going to jump right on these British tanks. And that means that my progression up through the tiers of the other nations is going to stop for a while. This is the medium tank Centurion MK3. Yeah, my progression up through the other nations is going to stop for a while. And I'm going to jump into the tier 1 British tanks if those are the ones that they release. And I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. So here's some of the tanks that may help round out the British tree. This is a Vickers Independent. I'm not going to provide much history on them. This is a Vickers Medium Mk1. And there's a Medium Mk2. Also, there is the Medium Mk3. The Cruiser Tank Mk1. Cruiser Tank Mk2. They love their cruiser tanks. The Matildas 1 and 2, but only showed one photo. Cruiser Tank Mk3. Cruiser Tank Mk4. That one having a bad day there. Cruiser Tank Mk5. Cruiser Tank Mk6. Light Tank Mk7, the Tetra. Infantry Tank Mk4 Churchill. There's a lot of different Churchill tanks. Cruiser Tank Mk7. Light Tank Mk8, Harry Hopkins. Cruiser Tank Mk8. Cruiser Tank Mk8. This one's the Cromwell. And the Cruiser Tank Mk8 Challenger. I hope it doesn't blow up like our Challenger did. Cruiser Tank, Comet. Tank Heavy Assault, the Tortoise. Tank Cruiser Centurion 1. So these are some of the vehicles that could help round out the British tech tree. But you also have to remember that the British used a lot of American tanks. They used the Mae West, the M2, and the M2 Stuarts, and the M3 Lee, a variant of that called the Grant. They used the M4 Shermans. They converted Shermans into the Sherman Firefly with the 17-pounder. They used the M10 tank destroyer. They converted M10 tank destroyers with a 17-pounder to become the M10 Achilles. So, I mean, they are going to be loaded down with stuff for us to do and play with. And I'm really excited about the British ground forces. And I hope you are too. And I hope you will tune in for some videos on them. So, thanks for joining me for this little update. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, don't. subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. Nerd out.